So how are we able to yeah. So that's it. So Joe,
let us know if this works, and we're all in good shape on camera. We're doing this intentionally. One of the important things these days is social distancing.
So yeah, no, y'all are good. Y'all are good for me. I guess if you guys talk, y'all could just turn the mic. That'll be okay, if that's okay with you guys.
Okay, or you all are welcome to come back here as well.
Because if you guys are on this side and the mic's pointing that way, it won't pick these guys up.
I was planning on having them come back here to talk.
Perfect, yeah. But where you guys are, that's perfect for us.
Okay.
We get not getting close, so that'll work.
Gretchen, can you give us an indication when you're live?
We're live now.
We're live now.
Do we want to shut that door, or people?
Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs and make sure it's something that you have your phone.
Yeah, we're live, sorry.
All right, that's good. Everybody good? All right. Due to recent cases developing in our area of the coronavirus, I, as mayor of Canyon, Texas, am making a disaster declaration for the city of Canyon. It's been 42 years since that's been done. This is something we are taking very seriously. Much planning has taken place on the part of the city of Canyon and our public and private partners to prepare for this day. Plans are in place, and we are currently executing those to protect the public health. We are ready. The City of Canyon has taken steps to close our city gathering places, such as the community center. Special use permits have been canceled. City personnel in key areas are on notice and prepared to keep all essential services in place. City offices may close to the public for a time, but you'll still be able to call in, go online, or drop off. I want to reiterate, we will not be shutting off any water supplies at this time. Canyon is fortunate to be a part of Amarillo Area Health and Office of Emergency Management. and to be able to rely on the expertise of Dr. Scott Milton in a lot of these decisions that are being made right now. Today with us, we have Casey Stoughton, Director of Amarillo Area Health, and we also have Chip Orton with the Office of Emergency Management. I can't say enough how these are huge resources for us all the time, but especially right now. Mutual planning with the City of Amarillo has led to well thought out guidelines. And I think most everybody has seen these. They are obviously online currently with cases confirmed here. We are now at the orange level. So that takes us to a different set of guidelines. One of the biggest things, and I've had a chance to visit about it several times in the last week, we have got to change our behavior socially, and that's something each of us have got to take personally. I know that's hard in the panhandle of Texas. I don't like to do it. I don't like to be 6 feet apart from folks and not shake hands or not give folks a hug. But it is imperative right now that we take those steps. We can make so much difference. And hearing Dr. Scott Milton over and over again, if we will do social distancing, I think, and Casey may say more about this later, but if we will also take steps to self-isolate to the extent that we can. That's hard too, but those are very important things that we can do, along with good sanitation and hygiene. Other things we're asking folks to do are make sure you have good supplies at home, but the other side of it is don't hoard. You know, we've got great also community partners in the way of our grocery stores. Just this week, you know, our restaurants will continue to operate, probably takeout, but just this week have heard from Affiliated Foods and Beneke. They are taking measures to make sure we've got plenty of food. Let's don't hoard. Get adequate supplies, but let's don't hoard right now. It's not a time to panic. We're still going to do life. We're still going to enjoy life and have fun in the middle of this process. So, one thing I do want to ask, do think about that. Some of those terms sound harsh. I mean, we want people to connect, but we just can't do it the same ways right now. Let's reach out, especially to those that are in their homes and maybe it's elderly, maybe it's seeing what they need and taking them some supplies by. But these days we are blessed with a lot of technology that we can use to stay connected. Let's stay connected and let's enjoy life that way too. So, one thing I do want to commend, I know we've had several area churches that have already made plans to take their services online. That's huge as far as the public gathering. I just want to say thank you for what they're doing in that regard. We also want to make sure we are limiting groups. That's on our chart here to no more than 10 in social gatherings. The other is I want to visit about travel. We really need to limit travel. I think Casey may talk to you a little bit more about that too, but we need to limit travel, and particularly to areas that are affected areas. Again, I want to reiterate, we are at the orange level, and so if anyone wants to go online, you can go on, and it's very defined where we're at and steps to take at this level. I am asking for the use of takeout at restaurants. At this point, that's an ask, but I'm asking folks to do that. Two things. And according to Dr. Scott Milton, that is effective in reducing the spread of the virus and still allow people to use those services to get their food supplies. But also, during this time, it's important that we support local businesses, and we need to go above and beyond to do that. I have a son in another area that reached out to buy some gift certificates just to some other businesses, some small businesses. Think about those things and our partners and folks that this is going to be a challenge for. We do think it is likely that Governor Greg Abbott will give more direction on the takeout in restaurants today. We believe that is coming. So. Another one I want to throw out too, something probably a lot of us wouldn't think about, our blood bank out there. We've got to keep those supplies out there. So if you think about it, I've got a wife who's given almost 10 gallons of blood. I bet she'll be willing to give in the middle of this. So, but we all need to think about that and continue to think about others and the greater good. Again, I want to reiterate, reach out to others, especially the elderly, and let's make a difference in their lives during this process too. So, I am very grateful for our community partners. We live in a great place. I'm grateful we haven't had to face this till today, but golly, talking about Amarillo and our relationship, how wonderful that is, but also WT, CISD, Randall County and Potter County have both been in on decisions as we collaborate together. And really, together we are better. And that's a big part of what makes us community. So we'll move forward and we'll work this together, and we will move to a better day. So with that, I have asked Casey Stoughton if she would step up here for just a minute with Amarillo Health.
My name is Casey Stoughton. I'm the Director of Public Health for the Amarillo Public Health District, and I think it's important to know that we do serve Amarillo-Canyon, Potter County, Randall County, Timber Creek, Canyon, Lake Tanglewood, Bishop Hills, and Palisades. And so we do have a very inclusive community, and we are happy to serve each person in those communities. It's important that we communicate with you that last night around 5:30 in the evening, we were notified of 2 positive cases of COVID-19 in the Amarillo area. Both people had exposure related to travel outside of the Amarillo area. To respect the privacy of the patients, we will not disclose personal identifying information. However, both patients are adults and are isolated to home. This brings us to level orange. Mayor Hinders did a great job of kind of outlining those responsibilities that we have as community members to reduce the spread of COVID-19 in our communities. In accordance with White House and CDC guidance, we want to enhance social distancing practicing in groups less than 10, continued enhanced hygiene practicing, consider travel restrictions, and ensure a reasonable amount of household goods. For information, you can visit our website at amarillopublichealth.org. We do have a call center set up. That call center is active Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 806-378-6300. And I just want to remind, it's a good reminder for all of us that during this time it's important to be empathetic and kind to one another and be thoughtful of those waiting test results.
Thank you, Chip, would you like to come and visit with for a second? Chip Orton.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chip Orton. I'm the Director of Emergency Management for Amarillo Area Office of Emergency Management. First of all, much like public health, we have an interjurisdictional program. We have agreements and ordinances that establish our program that covers the City of Amarillo, the City of Canyon, and Potter County and Randall County. So we represent all of those. This morning, the Mayor's declaration has been forwarded to the state and the State Operations Center, and that includes now all 4 jurisdictions. So the City of Amarillo, the City of Canyon, Potter County, and Randall County all have declarations that have all been forwarded to the state. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we have activated our Emergency Operations Center. We are now at level 2. That is very equivalent to the level orange that you see from public health. What that means is it's actually a virtual activation for us. We have the tools and have used tools for several years that are software based, whether it's notification systems or situational awareness tools that allow us to operate within this social distancing idea. So We are active. We are meeting multiple times daily. We have been for several weeks, and we will continue to do so as required. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. One thing I want to add, we've had multiple meetings with the heads of both Northwest Hospital and Baptist. They additionally have made detailed plans, and they're prepared. So I think we can have confidence in that. I also want you all to have confidence in the city leadership here in Canyon, Texas. Surrounded here by the Canyon City Commissioners, great leadership, starting with Joe Price, and we're going to do this thing. We're going to handle it. I also want to commend Mayor Ginger Nelson for providing remarkable leadership in the face of a personal health crisis. And you know what? Let's all pray for her. Golly, how impressed I am with what she's done and her strength for the community. So very grateful for her. Let's also join in praying against the virus, and let's also pray for our first responders and our medical community. Really important right now. This can be one of our better hours as we look after one another and come together as a community. Together, we will meet this challenge. Thank you. We will. If you all want to stay up here, we'll take a couple questions if you want.
Can you comment on the students that were recently in New York and if they've been tested?
I would refer you to Daryl Flushy, but they are taking steps to have been told they've taken steps to self-isolate, which is another thing, you know, just throw out. It's important that we do self-isolate and do testing if somebody's not feeling well. But at this point, yeah, they're taking steps.
Question for Casey. In regards to the two patients that were identified yesterday, will we know where they've been or anywhere?
Right now, they've been outside of the Amarillo area.
Do you know where they've traveled or anything?
We aren't releasing that information at this time, but they've been outside of the Amarillo area.
Can you guys release if they've come in contact with others?
Our staff are providing contact investigation, and so we'll have more information through that contact information.
Northwest just approved for them to be testing there. Do you know how many tests they can give out, how many people they can test? Do you have that number?
I don't. I think you have to talk to Northwest about that.
Can you say if the two that were infected have been outside the United States?
I can't. They've been outside the Amarillo area.
What kind of additional resources will this disaster declaration provide for us?
You know, from my standpoint, I don't know, Joe, if you want to answer that, but
I think Chip would be the best one to answer that question.
Absolutely. So we've begun the process of centralizing those requests from different agencies and different departments and different jurisdictions. We are forwarding those through our processes established, both to the region and the state. So those are all in process at this point.
Question right here. I'm just curious if any of you guys know, you said that the last time the disaster declaration was given was 42 years ago. Do you know in what scenario that was in?
That's what we think, and we think it was back the flood of '78. So.
Any other questions? Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
We do have handouts over there if anybody needs them.
doing great.
Good to see you, man. Yes, it's been kicking us pretty good.
Really?
We've been on the road.
Yeah, sorry. Congratulations.